Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tausif Anam here. Welcome to my channel. This channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. And if you are here for the first time, welcome. I hope you will subscribe and stay connected. And for those who have watched my videos before and you are coming back to support my channel and to engage in discussion, thank you for doing that. Thank you so very much, my friends. It is so wonderful to be able to do these live streams every night. You know that I try to do these live streams every night, whether it's a weekday, whether it's weekend. Here I am on a Saturday night here in Madison, Wisconsin, doing a live stream because I look forward to these. I look forward to starting, hitting the go live button and connecting with you all and having this conversation because, my friends, we have something in common. We care deeply about our country, the United States of America. We care deeply about the future of our country. And right now, our country is facing tremendous challenges. And so we want to find solutions to these challenges. We want to find the right leaders in government who can engage in common sense policymaking to solve the challenges, to solve the problems that we are facing. And so we need to continue these discussions. And my friends, truly, when you look at the issues that we are facing, the issues are not only for the weekdays. The issues don't stop on the weekends. High gas price, whether it's a weekday or a weekend, high gas price affects us all. Inflation affects us all, whether it's weekday or weekend. And that's why no matter what day of the week it is, I try to do the live streams as much as possible to the best of my ability. And so I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and for helping spread the truth. We discuss the truth. As I've said before, this channel is about the truth. It's about accurate information. And I believe in the power of the truth, and I know many of you do. So with the power of the truth on our side, we have to continue talking about the issues that matter because we want to make sure that our future is bright, that our country's future is bright. Right now, many Americans are saying that the country is heading in the wrong direction. And so we want to change that direction. We want to make sure that we are heading towards peace and prosperity. And for that, we need the right leaders in government. And to get the right leaders, we must focus on November 2024, the election that is coming up. The presidential election, and also it's not just the race for the White House that we're looking at. We are also looking at the Senate races, the House races, and also other state level races across the country. So my friends, thank you for tuning in. Let me see. Okay, someone's saying image is blurry. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Would you please let me know if you can hear me correct? Okay, William writes your image is blurry. Okay, William, how is it now? Okay, it's fine now? All right. Maybe there's some issue with the internet. The Journey to Justice is here. Tiffany is here. Suzanne is here. That is great. William Miller, William Twilley, Heidi Smith. Thank you, Heidi. All right, excellent. You can see that I started a poll here on this channel, okay? The poll question is, Donald Trump supports fracking. Fracking is a short version, short word. It's actually hydraulic fracturing. So it's called fracking in short. Donald Trump supports fracking. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking. I'm asking you all, what is your view on fracking? Do you support fracking, or do you want to ban fracking? Okay. So I want to hear from you what your thoughts are, my friends. And also, right after the live stream starts, if you would just hit the like button, that would help me reach more people. Because, what do we want? We want to make sure that the video is reaching more and more people, so that we can spread our message of peace, prosperity, and freedom. So I'm going to talk about some very important things today. Obviously, as you can see from the title of the live stream, I'm going to be talking about an endorsement, a powerful endorsement, and how it will impact the Trump versus Harris race. Donald Trump had a rally in Pennsylvania on Saturday. And here in the Central Time Zone, it is still Saturday, okay? In the Eastern Time Zone, it's Sunday right now, okay? They are past midnight. So Donald Trump on Saturday, he had a rally in Pennsylvania, which, I keep saying Pennsylvania is the most important battleground state with 19 electoral college votes. 19 electoral college votes, which means it's going to be the biggest prize. And I've used this language before. Those who have watched my channel, those who have been watching my videos, I have used this language before, that it is going to be the biggest prize on election night. So on election night, after the polls close, when you are sitting in front of your TV, or when you're spending time with your friends, watching the results come in. I don't know if you're going to be at an election night party or you're going to stay at home. Whatever you decide to do, I'm assuming that you are going to be eagerly looking forward to the results. And we are all going to be watching for Pennsylvania. Of course, we're going to be looking at Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, obviously. Nevada, I'm going to be waiting for the Nevada results. I know North Carolina, some people are talking about the importance of North Carolina, which I like to believe is still a red state when it comes to the presidential election. But, some people say it's a battleground. All right. Whatever it may be, I know we are going to be watching the results. And Pennsylvania is one that I have my eyes on. Okay, so when I turn on the TV, or if I'm at an election night party, usually at these parties you've got a big screen, usually multiple big screens, and people are watching the results come in. I'm going to be waiting for the results of Pennsylvania. Really, 19 electoral college votes in Pennsylvania. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Trump? Is it going to be Trump, or is it going to be Harris? We don't know yet. I hope it's Trump. I think it's going to be Trump, but there is no guarantee. But what I will share with you today, I think you're going to find it very, very interesting. I'm going to be talking about a powerful endorsement and how it's going to impact the Trump versus Harris race. So you may be wondering, hey, Tassif, what endorsement are you talking about? What endorsement is it? And is it an endorsement for Trump? Is it an endorsement for Harris? It seems like this endorsement has something to do with Pennsylvania. But what endorsement are you talking about? Okay, so I know you have questions. I'm going to answer those questions. And let me tell you, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. Let me move forward with the discussion. Don't forget to like this video. Help me reach 50 likes, okay, over the next 15 minutes. We can do it. All right, my friends. Donald Trump had a rally in Pennsylvania on Saturday. That's today. And what a rally it was. What an amazing rally it was. And I'm going to tell you a highlight from the rally. A highlight from the rally. Steel workers have endorsed Donald Trump. Steel workers were up on stage with President Donald J. Trump. Don't you just love the sound of that? Like President Donald J. Trump? I mean, how powerful is that sound when you say it? You know, why don't you do it? Like wherever you are, you're watching, just slowly say the words President and then the name Donald J. Trump. I mean, just say it. President Donald J. Trump. I mean, that name presents power. That name presents the idea of America first. I mean, really, President Donald J. Trump equals America first. I mean, do you agree with me? Amanda, do you agree? Amanda writes, Trump is awesome. I love it, Amanda. Thank you. There are so many viewers here. Word is here. That is great. Please continue discussion in the live chat window. I will pause. I will look at your comments. But really, today I have some great things to share with you. So let me share that first, and then I'll look at the live chat window. And don't forget to vote. Okay, 61 votes already in. Question is, Donald Trump supports fracking. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking. What's your view on fracking? Do you support fracking or do you want to ban fracking? Most people are saying support fracking. Everyone who's saying support fracking, they care about this country. They care about this country. All those people who are saying, I support fracking. I support hydraulic fracturing. I support our energy industry. Okay? So you all love this country. And I know that. I know that you love this country, which is why you support fracking, because you understand that this country needs fracking. We need fracking, my friends. We need fracking. So thank you so much. And the steel workers. Don't you love the steel workers? The steel workers are hardworking Americans. They work hard every day. They support our economy. They support our country. They support our very important industries. Don't you love the steel workers? David White writes, hey, brother, good evening. Hope all is well. Thank you, David, for being here. Amanda writes, my father was a steel worker in Chicago in his young adult years. Thank you for sharing that, Amanda. Hey, listen, if you have stories from your family, any family connection to important industries that you want to share, please do so. Amanda just shared that her father was a steel worker in Chicago. Thank you, Amanda. So, Amanda, I'm hoping that you are thrilled to see. You are thrilled to know this, that steel workers were up on stage with President Donald J. Trump during his rally in Pennsylvania. Don't you love it, Amanda? All right. Okay, all right. So, my friends, rank and file steel workers with the Mon Valley Works Union, they were up on stage and they endorsed Donald J. Trump. Okay, hardworking Americans, freedom-loving Americans, really great people. The steel workers, they endorsed Donald J. Trump. That is so powerful. That is so powerful, my friends. It really is extremely powerful. I mean, if you have not seen the rally, go on the internet, do a search, I think you'll be able to find those videos on YouTube. You just see the clip of steel workers being up on stage with Donald J. Trump. I mean, what a powerful sight it is. Truly amazing. Steel workers supporting Trump. And here's the fun part, and trust me, you're going to love this. The steel workers offered Donald Trump a hard hat with his name on it. It says President Donald J. Trump on the hard hat. You know, we know about the MAGA hats, right? We do. Like, okay, you know, we know about the MAGA hats. We know about the Make America Great Again hats. We know about the Trump 2024 hats, right? But this is not a hard hat. It is not. It obviously is not. It's a US made hat, but it's not a hard hat. And at these rallies, we see people wearing Trump hats. We see them wearing Make America Great Again hats. We see them wearing Trump 2024 hats. People wear red hats and white hats and blue hats, different colors. But those are not hard hats. Okay? Hard hats are worn, let's say in a construction zone or, in a mining environment. That's where people wear hard hats for protection, right? It's a safety matter. You have to be safe. So you have to wear hard hats if you're working out in the field in an environment where there's risk of injury, right? So if you're mining, if you're in a construction zone, you wear hard hats. At this rally, the steel workers were up on stage and they offered Donald J. Trump a hard hat with his name on it. It says President Donald J. Trump. That was so amazing. It was just, you gotta look at those clips, really. Just search for the video clips and trust me, you are absolutely going to love it. If you have not seen it already, maybe you've seen it already. Hey, let me know if you have seen the clip. Why don't you just answer in the live chat? Let's see. Let's see. All right. Yes. Journey to Justice writes yes. All right. Okay, John is asking, what country was your hat made in? USA. It says here, right here, made in USA. I get that question a lot, and I think I've answered that quite a bit. I'm not going to answer it over and over again because I think people have seen that my hat is made in the USA. Okay. And to be honest with you, it's very obvious because this is a pro-America channel. This is a pro-America channel. This is an America First channel. And obviously, the hat that I'm wearing is made in the USA. This channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. America channel. This channel is United States of America and what we can do make America great again, just as it says on my hat, make America great again. All right. So my friends, the steelworkers offered Donald J. Trump a hard hat with his name on it, and on one side it reads 45-47. Obviously, what that means is Trump was the 45th president of the United States of America, and as many of us feel confident, and as many of us hope and pray that Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America. He was the 45th, and he's going to be the 47th president of this great country, my friends. So every day I believe it's becoming more and more and more obvious that Trump is going to win the election. And how is he going to win the election? He's going to win the presidential election by winning Pennsylvania. Trump's going to win Pennsylvania, and that victory is going to take him closer and closer to the number of electoral college votes that he needs to win the presidency. Okay? And my friends, the electoral college is this system that we have. It's very powerful. But you know what, Tim Walz wants to get rid of the electoral college. You know why? Because Tim Walz is a lazy guy. Tim Walz is lazy. He's absolutely lazy. All he wants to do is campaign in California. He wants to campaign in California, which is why he wants to get rid of the electoral college system, so that he doesn't have to travel to all these battleground states. What Tim Walz wants to do is to have a majority rule, and he just wants to campaign in California. By the way, California is slowly moving away from the Democrats. I know California is still an overwhelmingly blue state, but very, very slowly, gradually, the people of California are walking away from the Democrat Party, because the people of California, they realize the damage that the Democrats have done to this wonderful state over the years, which is why the voters are moving away from the Democrats. And it was so amazing to see Donald Trump do that rally in Coachella, California. I mean, Trump is doing things that the Democrats they're just confused. The Democrats are confused and puzzled to see what Trump is doing. Trump is campaigning in New York. Trump is campaigning in California. I mean, these are states that the Democrats take for granted. They take these states for granted to such an extent that they don't even visit these states. They don't even campaign enough in these states. I mean, look what Trump has done in New York. He already held 2 rallies, and he's going to have another rally very soon. It's coming up at Madison Square Garden, the historic Madison Square Garden. Everybody in the world knows about Madison Square Garden. What an arena, what a venue, the Madison Square Garden. So Trump had a rally in the Bronx, he had a rally on Long Island, and he's going to be having a rally in Madison Square Garden. So powerful. And Trump visited Coachella, California, did a massive rally there. So Trump is full of energy. He's going to the states that people typically believe are blue, because you know what? The blue state voters are walking away from the Democrat Party. They're walking away. They're rejecting the Democrats, and slowly a lot of the blue states are turning red, going towards red. It might take a while, but it is possible. It's happening. By the way, New York, I think we can assume that New York may vote for Trump. Okay, it may happen. I mean, it was not that long ago. It was not that long ago. I mean, it was still many years ago, but when you look at the history of America over the last 50 years, it was not that long ago when Rudy Giuliani was the mayor of New York City, right? So it is possible to have a statewide victory for Donald Trump in New York. It is possible in the state. It is possible. It may happen. I know the Democrats want to feel comfortable about New York, and they want to assume that New York is going to vote for Kamala Harris, but it is possible. It is possible. If Trump gets enough votes in New York City and some of these blue areas, if enough voters switch and vote for Trump in New York, then Trump can win the state. So This electoral college system is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful system. But Tim Walz, he's such a lazy guy. I mean, this guy is just lazy. Okay, I don't want to be too harsh. I don't want to be too harsh about him, so I'm gonna stop there. I won't say much about Tim Walz, but this guy, I mean, it's shocking how somebody picked him as running mate on a presidential ticket. Okay? I mean, he's a failed governor of Minnesota. He's a failed governor of Minnesota. How did Kamala Harris, I mean, she has got extremely poor judgment, which is why, she picked Tim Walz. And then again, in the Democratic Party, when you look at the Democratic Party, they don't have good choices. They don't. I mean, who would she have picked? Whoever Kamala Harris would have picked would probably be a pretty poor choice. Okay? But I think she picked the poorest among the poor choices. Instead of picking, I mean, Gavin Newsom is just a horrible governor. Okay? But Tim Walz is probably worse. I mean, J.B. Pritzker, I mean, really bad governor, okay? They don't know how to govern, J.B. Pritzker. But Tim Walz is probably worse, okay? Obviously, Jared Polis is worse than Tim Walz. I have to mention that. I mean, I got to be fair in my assessment. I got to be fair in how I present my opinion. So obviously I'm saying negative things about Tim Walz, but I have to tell one thing. Jared Polis of Colorado is way worse than Tim Walz, okay? So Kamala Harris picked Tim Walz, made a very poor choice of running mate, but still a better decision than if she would have picked Jared Polis of Colorado. Jared Polis, really, I mean, he's in the list of the worst governors in the country, he's in the top 2. Okay, he's in the top 2 in the list of the worst governors in the country. So Tim Walz, he wants to get rid of the electoral college system because I think this guy is finding it very challenging to go to Wisconsin, to go to Michigan, to go to Pennsylvania, and to Georgia. I mean, traveling, he's probably like, oh my God, I am so exhausted. I can't travel all this. I mean, this job is so hard. I can't do it. It's too stressful. How about we just get rid of electoral college and I just campaign in California? That's what he wants to do. Okay? Because each state decides its winners, right? So if Trump wins Wisconsin, Trump gets the 10 electoral college votes from Wisconsin. Okay? If Kamala Harris wins Massachusetts, then she gets the electoral college votes from Massachusetts. Okay? If Trump wins, in Texas, then Trump gets the electoral college votes from Texas. If Kamala wins Delaware, which is, Biden's home state, if Kamala wins Delaware, then she gets the electoral college votes from Delaware. And so this is how the system works. Each state, you have to win each state and get the electoral college votes from each state. But you know what Tim Walz wants? Tim Walz wants the states, all the states, to give all of their electoral college votes to the winner of the popular vote. To the winner of the popular vote. That means what Tim Walz wants, okay? Tim Walz, lazy Tim Walz. Okay, so I know that Trump is famous for naming people, like he says Sleepy Joe, he says Crooked Hillary, right? I mean, he attaches these different names for these people, okay? I haven't done that yet, but if you want me to come up with a name for Tim Walz, I would say Lazy Tim. Lazy Tim Walz, okay? So Lazy Tim Walz, what he wants is a system in which whoever wins the popular vote get the electoral college votes from all the states. Lazy Tim Walz, one of the worst governors in the country, he wants the president to be decided by popular vote. You know why? Because he doesn't like traveling to all these different states. He just wants to campaign in California and some of these populated Democratic strongholds. He doesn't like going to all these places in Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania, because people like Tim Walz, they don't care about this country. They don't care about the people. They just care about power. That's all they care about. Lazy Tim Walz and his Democrat allies, they care about the power. They just want these fancy titles. They just want to be in elected offices. But once they are in those offices, they don't want to do the work. Which is why Tim Walz is one of the worst governors. He's the governor of Minnesota. He's one of the worst governors. Kamala Harris, she's got this title of vice president, but she doesn't deserve this title of vice president. What has she done after becoming vice president? She also has this additional title, the border czar. What has she done as the border czar? So, they just want power. Tim Walz wants to be the vice president. Kamala Harris wants to be the president. Not to do the work for the people, but just to enjoy the title. They just want a throne that they can sit on and enjoy. That's really what it is. Kamala Harris, she only cares about political power. Tim Walz only cares about political power. They are lazy, they don't want to do the work, but they just want to enjoy the status. Okay? So the fact that Tim Walz is the governor of a state, it's just shocking. How did this guy get elected? And now he wants to be the VP. But you know what? The American people will have to reject Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. The American people will have to say no to what's that ticket? Harris Walz. I can't even get the name right. Harris Walz. Okay? Hopefully we don't have to think about Harris Walz after November 5th. Hopefully they're going to lose by a landslide. Hopefully Harris and Walz, that ticket is going to lose. And the only people we're going to be talking about would be Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and the wonderful cabinet that they're going to come up with. Okay? We're going to be talking about these great leaders, and they are going to be making America great again. And they are going to do it with the support of millions and millions and millions of hardworking Americans. We are all going to work together. We are electing Donald Trump, and he has chosen J.D. Vance as his running mate. We're going to vote for the Trump-Vance ticket. But really, to make America great again, we all have to work together. Each and every hardworking American will have to work. We're all going to have to work to make America great again. Because the extent of the damage caused by the Biden-Harris administration, it's going to require tremendous effort to repair this damage. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of work ahead. Okay? So after we win in November, that's when the work starts. Okay? Yes, we are working hard to make sure that Trump wins in November. But the real work of repairing the damage that the Biden-Harris administration has caused, that work will begin after Trump wins. It's going to be 24/7 work. Work every minute. Because we have to fix the border. We have to deport the criminal illegal aliens. We have to combat inflation. We have to support and jumpstart our manufacturing. We have to help our small businesses. And that work is going to start after Trump wins. So, my friends, when I see that the steel workers in Pennsylvania, they were up on stage during the rally and they endorsed President Donald J. Trump, I cannot express how happy I was to see that. And you have to look at that video clip. You have to find that video clip. By the way, my friends, I see so many people are tuning in for the live stream tonight. Please subscribe. If you are here for the first time, please subscribe and tell your friends, tell your family members, tell your neighbors about this channel. Bring them over. Tell them, hey, come on over. You got to watch these videos. You got to tune in for these live streams. And you have to stay connected. Stay connected to me by subscribing, my friends. So please subscribe and ask your friends, your family members, and your neighbors, and other people you know. Ask them to subscribe as well. And don't forget to like. 74 likes on this video already. I know you can help me get to 100. I am just getting started. I know we are 36 minutes into the live stream, but I have a lot more to talk about. My live streams are long. Anyone who has watched my live streams, you know that my live streams are long. No less than an hour, more than an hour, more than 2 hours. Sometimes we even cross the 3-hour time mark when I do these live streams. So don't go anywhere. I have a lot more to discuss. I'm just getting started. And I'm so thankful to see how many people are tuning in. I see the number that keeps fluctuating, right? The number of people who are here, sometimes it's 150, sometimes 200 and 300. And actually tonight, it went over 500. It went over 500 tonight. So I know that a lot of people have tuned in, are tuning in, and will be tuning in for the live stream. So when you like these videos, when you subscribe, when you comment in the chat window, when you participate in the discussion, it helps me reach more people. So please support my channel. By the way, I have crossed the 5,900 subscriber mark. Okay, I'm very close to the 6,000 subscriber mark, milestone. And if you all hit the subscribe button, I know we can get there. We can get to 6,000. My friends, together we can do this. This is a community, and let's grow the size of this community, okay? So, my friends, going back to what I was saying, the steel workers, the hardworking steel workers have endorsed Trump. They have given Trump a hard hat with his name on it. It is so amazing. And a steel worker, when he was up on stage, he spoke in front of the microphone. And do you know what he said? Do you know what a steel worker said? What a steel worker said when he was up on stage? He said, "You are the greatest president ever." He said that to Donald J. Trump. You are the greatest president ever. That is so powerful. Those words are extremely powerful. This is the kind of endorsement that is going to help Donald Trump win in Pennsylvania and win in other battleground states. Okay, win in other battleground states. And this is the kind of endorsement that is going to help Donald Trump win the presidency. Being endorsed by the hardworking people of this country, it is very powerful. I know there are individual celebrity endorsements, right? I mean, so there are different kinds of endorsements. So, political figures endorse candidates, right? So, like Kamala Harris has endorsement from other Democrat senators and Congress people, right? Donald Trump has endorsements from Republican senators and Congress people. Donald Trump has Elon Musk's endorsement, which is really a powerful endorsement. Donald Trump has Robert Kennedy Jr.'s endorsement, RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s endorsement. That is a powerful endorsement. Tulsi Gabbard, supporting Trump, that is also very, very powerful because Robert Kennedy is a former Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard is a former Democrat. They left the Democratic Party. They walked away from the Democratic Party. And, they are supporting Donald Trump. So that's very powerful. And then, when you look at Kamala, she's probably going to get endorsement from the Hollywood. Hollywood's going to endorse Kamala. Hollywood is saying, oh, Kamala. Taylor Swift. I mean, do you really care who Taylor Swift endorses? You may care or you may not. I'm not saying you have to or you don't have to. I'm just asking you, do you care who Taylor Swift endorses? I'll let you answer that. So Kamala Harris is probably going to get like the Hollywood endorsements, but you know what? There are people in Hollywood who are actually supporting Trump. Some of them will speak up and express that loud and clear. And there are others in Hollywood who are probably not going to say it out loud, but, deep in their heart, secretly they support Trump. They're going to go and vote for Trump. But then you have Dennis Quaid, a Hollywood celebrity who openly endorsed Trump. In fact, when Trump had his rally in Coachella, California, Dennis Quaid was up on stage, which is wonderful. And so, these endorsements from political figures and celebrities, these have an impact. But the real endorsement, the real powerful endorsement that a political candidate can get, okay, are the endorsements from the hardworking, everyday Americans. That's the support from the people. And when the steel workers support Donald J. Trump, that is extremely powerful. And just a few days ago, I mentioned this on my channel during a live stream. I said that the Border Patrol agents, the hardworking Border Patrol agents, they are supporting Donald J. Trump. So steel workers supporting Trump, Border Patrol agents supporting Trump. I mean, this is the kind of endorsement that a candidate needs to win by a landslide. Not just win, but win by a landslide. And it's going to happen. November 2024, we're getting so close. Here we are. It's October 19th, still October 19th, here in Wisconsin. I know we're just a few minutes away from October 20th. We're getting close to November. And really, this is the kind of endorsement that is going to help Trump win in November. So, my friends, a steel worker up on stage said to President Trump, he said, "You're the greatest president ever. This is so powerful." And also, Donald Trump said that if he wins, he is going to end Kamala Harris's war on Pennsylvania energy. That's what Trump said. That's what Trump said. If he wins, he's going to end Kamala Harris's war on Pennsylvania energy. Remember, when Kamala Harris said that she supports banning fracking, that's the reason why I have this poll. That's the reason why I have this poll that I'm conducting during this live stream. You look at the live chat window, you're going to see a poll. More than 380 people have already voted in the poll. The question is, Donald Trump supports fracking. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking. What is your view on fracking? That's what I want to hear. I want to know what you think about fracking. Do you support fracking, or do you want to see fracking being banned? I'm talking to you. Yes, you. If you are listening to me, my friend, are you a freedom-loving American? Do you care about this country? Do you care about economic prosperity? Would you like to see America strong, safe, and great again? If you love this country, you're going to support fracking. But if you believe in the Kamala Harris and the AOC Green New scam, if you believe in the Green New scam, it's not the Green New Deal. A deal is supposed to be something good. A deal is supposed to take us closer to prosperity, Great, wonderful deals. Win-win situations, win-win deals. Take us forward. But the Green New Deal is actually the Green New scam. It's the Green New scam. So if you support the Green New scam, if you believe in the Green New scam, the Democrats call it the Green New Deal because they want it to sound nice. And they attach the word green because green usually is a positive word. Because, leaves are green, the trees are green, the grass is green. People love green. But you know what the Democrats did? They took this horrible idea, they packaged it in a fancy fashion. They call it the Green New Deal. It is the Green New scam. Okay? And it's not even green. It's just a scam. It's just a new scam that the Democrats have come up with. But if you support that scam that they call Green New Deal, then I guess you're going to support banning fracking like Kamala. But if you love this country, if you care about this country, my friend, you're going to support fracking. You don't want to ban fracking. Banning fracking will hurt our country. Banning fracking will cause tremendous damage to our country. We don't want to ban fracking. We support fracking. Trump supports fracking. Wow, lots of comments in the live chat. Sassy is here. Hello, Sassy. Wonderful. My friends, let's do the exercise that we love, right? Trump 2024. Can we do that? Trump 2024. 83 likes on this video already. I know you can help me get to 100. I know you can. Would you please do it? 84 likes. Help me get to 100, my friends. So, Trump said that if he wins, he's going to end Kamala Harris's war on Pennsylvania energy. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking, but there's no way that Pennsylvania will vote for Kamala. Pennsylvania is not going to vote for Kamala. Pennsylvania, the people of Pennsylvania, they support fracking. Okay? And that's why Pennsylvania is going to vote for who? Donald J. Trump. Because Pennsylvania wants to make America great again. Pennsylvania wants to make America great again, which is why Pennsylvania is going to vote for Donald J. Trump. A viewer writes, Kamala doesn't want to ban fracking. Hey, viewer, let me tell you, Kamala wants to ban fracking. But right now, she's going to say that she's not going to ban fracking. She's going to say, no. I don't want to ban fracking. You know why she's going to say that? Because she's a liar. Because she's lying to get votes. But if she becomes the president, then she's going to ban fracking. But right now, she wants the votes She wants to win Pennsylvania, which is why she's walking away from her position of banning fracking, and she's saying she's not going to ban fracking. But when she was a U.S. Senator, when she was running for president in 2019, she clearly stated that she supports banning fracking. And are you trying to tell me that her position has just all of a sudden changed? Is that what you're trying to tell me? All the way from banning fracking, now she doesn't want to ban fracking. She just cares about the votes. She wants to get the votes. And if she gets the votes and if she becomes president, then she's going to ban fracking. Okay? That's what's going to happen. But right now, she's going to lie. She's going to flip-flop just for the votes. Tiffany writes, drill, baby, drill. That's the kind of energy policy we need. Drill, baby, drill. We need fracking. All right, my friends. 85 likes. When are we going to get to 100? Oh, well, we're 9 minutes away from the 60-minute time mark. And I know we can get to 100 with your support. Okay. I'm going to take a few seconds pause. All right. Word writes, Tossif tells the truth. Thank you. Thank you so very much for your support. My friends, it's because of your support that this channel has been growing so much. You know, we're not even an hour into the live stream. We're still 8 minutes away from the 1 hour time mark, and more than 10,500 people have already watched, have already, tuned in for this live stream. More than 10,500 people in less than an hour. How is this possible? It's possible because of your support. My friends, this is not a huge YouTube channel. This channel is growing fast. It's a small channel, but it's growing fast. We are so close to the 6,000 subscriber milestone. And I know that with your support, we can get there. It is possible. You have to like this video, you have to subscribe, and you have to tell your friends, family members, and neighbors about this channel. Okay? So, my friends, Pennsylvania is going to vote for Trump because Pennsylvania supports fracking. Now, I'm going to share with you some information regarding Pennsylvania and fracking. Back in September, well, I say back in September like it was such a long time ago. No, it was just last month. Okay, that's back in September because we are in October. Back in September, there was a poll. It was a Fox News poll, and that poll found that 60% of all registered voters in Pennsylvania support expanding the use of hydraulic fracturing, or fracking as it's called, for oil and gas. I'm going to repeat that. A Fox News poll found that 60% of all registered voters in Pennsylvania support expanding the use of hydraulic fracturing or fracking for oil and gas. The question in the poll was, do you favor or oppose expanding the use of hydraulic fracturing or fracking for oil and gas? And 60% of all registered voters voted in favor of fracking. And on this channel, I'm running my own poll on this channel. And the question that I have is, Donald Trump supports fracking. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking. What is your view on fracking? And 395 people have voted. 74% so far have said support fracking. Okay. And in Pennsylvania, 60% of all registered voters support expanding the use of fracking for oil and gas. So, my friends, if you break down the numbers based on political affiliation, it gets really interesting. So 80% of Republicans in Pennsylvania, according to this poll, this Fox News poll, 80% of Republican voters favor fracking. They voted in favor of fracking. 80%, 80. And 40% of the Democrat voters voted in favor of fracking. I mean, that's quite a high number, given that they're Democrat voters. In Pennsylvania, 40% of Democrat voters voted in favor of fracking, which means 40% of Democrat voters in a battleground state like Pennsylvania expressed support for fracking for oil and gas. And the next piece of information that I'm going to share with you, this is the key. This is the key. So get ready. I mentioned that 80% of Pennsylvania Republican voters support fracking, 80%. 40% of Democrat voters in Pennsylvania support fracking. Now, you may be wondering, Tassif, you talked about the Republican voters and Democrat voters. What about the independents? The independent voters may decide this election. What are the independent voters thinking when it comes to fracking? You may be asking that question. Here's the number. 63% of independent voters in Pennsylvania said 63% of independent voters in Pennsylvania said that they support fracking. 63%. So fracking is a very big issue in Pennsylvania. It's a huge thing. People care about fracking. People support fracking. 80% Republicans, 40% Democrats, but 63% independents in Pennsylvania support fracking. And the fact that 40% Democrats support fracking in Pennsylvania, what I think is that many Democrat voters, people who usually vote Democrats, many of those voters in Pennsylvania, maybe they voted for Biden in 2020. Maybe they voted for, Hillary in 2016, although, Trump won Pennsylvania in 2016, but obviously, there are people who voted for Hillary, we know that. So a lot of the Democrat voters, maybe they voted for Hillary in 2016, maybe they voted for Biden, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe in 2020. I think a lot of those voters, the Democrats, are actually going to switch and vote for Trump in 2024. Michelle is here. Hi, Michelle. By the way, I'm sorry that I haven't responded as much to the live chat comments as I usually do. So I'm sorry. I'm just so into the flow of sharing the information that I'm sharing that I didn't really get to address the comments and the questions in the live chat. But my friends, would you please help me get to 100 likes? We can do that. Claudette is here. Claudette disagrees with me, but I really appreciate Claudette for being here. So thank you, Claudette. You're free to share your viewpoints. Name writes, you haven't been reading my comments. Name, no, I have not been reading your comments. Name, you know what I have been doing? Every time I see the viewer named name comment, I just close my eyes and I don't look at it. I mean, is that what you think I'm doing? Name? You're complaining that I have not been reading your comments? Well, I just read it. You think I just close my eyes? Put my hands over my eyes and I don't read your comments? I am reading your comments. Okay? I can't read all the comments, Name. And Name the viewer name has been asking me, I remember, like, make me a moderator, make me a moderator. I'm not going to make you a moderator, name. Okay? Name says, get out of the flow, bro, and start reading some comments. All right, I will do that. So just hang out here. Okay, hang out here. I just read your comment. I'll read more comments. All right. Thomas Jacobs, a viewer named Thomas Jacobs, is asking me, is oil a renewable resource? What a great question. Okay. I don't know how to answer. Thomas is asking, is oil a renewable resource? Well, let me ask you what kind of oil you're talking about. Motor oil or edible oil, canola oil, olive oil? I mean, really, I understand what oil you're talking about, but your question is such that, it just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder, like, what kind of question is that? Is oil a renewable resource? I mean, if somebody else wants to answer, go ahead and answer. Go ahead and answer. All right? But Thomas, let me ask you, if you want to clarify, and I'm asking you this clarification just because of the nature of your question, are you talking about canola oil or sunflower oil or vegetable oil? Or you're talking about olive oil? By the way, olive oil is good for your health, okay? All right, it's supposed to be good. I'm not a doctor, so don't take my words as medical advice, but I've been told that olive oil is good. So, if you want to stay healthy, if you're watching your diet, you can, if you're frying an egg or something, use olive oil. It's supposed to be good for you. I know olive oil is pricey, right? It's expensive, and because of Joe Biden's inflation, people are struggling to afford olive oil. Previously during the Trump years, people had money in their pockets and they could go to the grocery store and buy like high quality products, like nutritious food, get better quality organic stuff. But now it's becoming very difficult. Even putting food on the table is becoming so difficult. So I know people are struggling to afford olive oil, but hopefully, when Trump comes back to the White House as president, and when he makes America great again, when we have money in our pockets again, isn't that nice? Like, let's have money in our pockets again. Let's have money in our pockets again. Vote Trump 2024. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Money in, hold on. I'm going to write it down. Let's have money in our pockets again. Vote Trump 2024. Let's have money in our pockets again. Vote Trump 2024. If you love that, you're going to repeat that. Let's have money in our pockets again. Vote Trump 2024. Right? So going back to the important issue of olive oil. So many people cannot afford olive oil anymore. You know why? Because, people are running out of money. Before the end of the month, people run out of money. Many American families are struggling because, whatever they make, it doesn't even last them a whole month. Before they get to the 30th of the month or the 31st, the money is gone. So prices have gone up so much that even if you get a wage increase or a salary increase, so many people are still struggling to make ends meet. So hopefully when Trump comes back to the White House, we're gonna be able to afford olive oil again. By the way, Thomas, so going back to the question, you're asking, is oil a renewable resource? I mean, what oil you're talking about? Yeah, I'm going to ask you that. I know you find my question silly. It is a silly question, but because, the question that you asked seems very silly to me. Is oil a natural resource, a renewable resource? What oil? Sunflower oil? Olive oil? Motor oil? What kind of oil are you talking about? By the way, don't use canola oil in place of motor oil, okay? Your car's not going to work, okay? There are different oils for different reasons, okay? You know that. You know that. But sometimes I'm like, I have to clarify things when it comes to, the Democrat voters. Like, even the simplest things may not be obvious to a lot of the Democrats, which is why they vote for, folks like Joe Biden and so many Kamala Harris supporters. I mean, you look at the Kamala Harris supporters. That number is shrinking because the momentum is on Trump's side. The momentum is in Trump's favor, but there still are Kamala Harris supporters out there, So that's why, when the Kamala Harris supporters need those kinds of labels. Like, when you get a coffee, right, and you can see that the cup has coffee, and you can see the steam, like steaming hot coffee, but still the cup says the contents are hot, right? I mean, it is obvious. We know it's a cup of coffee. It's not iced coffee. It's hot coffee. Of course, the contents are hot. But still, I think that warning is there. And I think it's there for, the liberal voters. Because even the most obvious things may not be obvious to them. Okay? By the way, do you agree with me, what I just said? So, yeah. You're talking about oil. I'm not going to answer that question. But just make sure that you're using the right oil for the right purpose. Edible oil for your kitchen, okay? Motor oil for your vehicle. All right? Does that make sense? All right. Trump 2024. 90 likes on this video. Let's get it to 100, my friends. Let's get it to 100. Word says that was savage, Tassif. Sometimes you have to break down the instructions. Like you hand over a cup of hot coffee, but to a liberal voter, it may not be obvious. You're going to have to write it down on the cup. The contents are hot. Okay? All right, enough of that. Enough of that. All I'm going to say is that hopefully Trump comes back to the White House as the president, okay, and makes olive oil affordable again. I'm going to write that down. Make olive oil affordable again. Make olive oil affordable again. Regiment is writing drill, baby, drill. Absolutely. So, my friends, when you see that 63% of independent registered voters are saying that they support fracking in Pennsylvania, that tells me that Trump is going to win Pennsylvania with the help of the independents. With the help of the independents. The independent voters are going to vote for Trump because the independent voters support fracking. They're not going to vote for Kamala, and that's how Trump's going to win Pennsylvania. And I think a lot of people who voted for Democrat candidates in the past, they're going to switch. They're going to switch. They're going to vote for Trump. I mean, look at the prominent figures. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. left the Democratic Party, supporting Trump. Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat congresswoman, left the Democratic Party, supporting Trump. And you will see a similar pattern in society. Many voters, many Democrat voters are going to walk away from the Democrats and they're going to vote for Trump. They're going to support Trump, and independents will support Trump. And that's how Trump's going to win Pennsylvania. And Trump's going to make America great again. Okay. So if you also agree, now I just stated my opinion, but if you agree that independents will overwhelmingly support Trump in 2024, let me know. I'm going to ask this question, not a poll, but in the live chat. Do you think that that independent voters will overwhelmingly support Trump in 2024? Okay? Do you think that independent voters will overwhelmingly support Trump in 2024? Let me know. Joseph writes yes. Journey to Justice writes yes. Amanda writes yes, of course. That's wonderful. Debbie writes yes. Claudette writes no. Claudette doesn't agree with me. That's okay, Claudette. You can share your thoughts. Heidi Smith writes yes, common sense. Yes, the independent voters believe in common sense. They are going to vote for Trump. Tiffany writes yes, absolutely. Crystalline writes yes. Michelle writes praying, so yes. Suzanne writes yes. Will the independent voters overwhelmingly support Trump in 2024? Most of the friends in this community, they are saying yes. Independents will overwhelmingly support Donald J. Trump. All right. My friends, help me get to 100 likes. With your support, I know we can get there. I have a lot more to share, so don't go anywhere, my friends. Crystalline is talking about Kamala's laughter. Laughter. I'm not going to comment on that laughter. Michelle writes, Tossif, did you already vote? Michelle, I have not voted yet. I have not. I'm going to vote early in person. I'm not going to use the mail ballot. Okay, I'm going to vote early, but in person. Okay, so I'm going to go to a early voting location and I'm going to vote in person. Okay, but thank you for asking, Michelle. Michelle writes, awesome. Thank you. My friends, this endorsement from the steel workers, this is going to give Donald Trump a huge advantage in Pennsylvania, a huge advantage in Pennsylvania. And also, I want to share some important poll information regarding the presidential race, okay? Hold on, I have to drink some tea before I get there. Name is writing, you should do a show where you only read the comments. No, what a suggestion. What a suggestion. We gather here to discuss important issues. We gather here to share facts, to learn from each other. Okay. So Name is suggesting that I don't share anything and that I just, I should just read the comments. Name, I'm not taking your advice. Okay. So I'm not taking your advice. If you want me to make you a moderator, it is not happening. It is not happening. Garfield is here. Not Garfield the cat. Garfield the cat is awesome. Garfield the cat might actually agree with, Garfield. Garfield the cat, I believe whenever I think of Garfield the cat, I think about like common sense. I think Garfield the cat would believe in common sense. And I think Garfield the cat would actually support Donald Trump. But no, we're talking about Garfield, a viewer named Garfield, who's calling me, what? A propagandist. Okay, well, that's wrong. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. I am going to share with you some important poll information regarding the presidential race. So it's a Fox News poll in Pennsylvania, and the question is, hold on, I have to, I think I typed it wrong here. Yes, okay. The question is, regardless of how you might vote, who do you trust to do a better job on each of the following? Okay, so they asked, Fox News poll asked the voters, regardless of how you might vote, who do you trust between Kamala Harris and Trump? Who do you trust to do a better job on each of the following? And then there were, hold on. There were three different topics: immigration and border security, economy, and abortion. Okay, so three issues mentioned, and the poll asked, regardless of how someone might vote, who would you trust to do a better job on each of the following? So the first one was immigration, border security. Okay, and in Pennsylvania, 57% of the registered voters said that they trust Donald Trump to do a better job on immigration and border security. They trust Donald Trump. 57% of registered voters in Pennsylvania trust Donald Trump to do a better job on immigration and border security. And only 40% said Kamala Harris. So people don't trust Kamala. Okay, next one. It was the economy. Same question. Who do you trust to do a better job on the economy? And 52% of Pennsylvania registered voters, 52% said that they trust Donald Trump to do a better job on economy. 57% of Pennsylvania registered voters trust Donald Trump to do a better job on immigration and border security. 52% of Pennsylvania registered voters believe Donald Trump can do a better job on the economy. Okay, and only 46% said Kamala. So 52 for Trump, 46 for Kamala regarding economy. And then, hold on. I'm going to talk about abortion. And then the third one was abortion. And of course, abortion is the issue that the Democrats focus on day and night. Day and night, night and day, 24/7. Every hour of every day, every second of every minute, every fraction of second of every second. The Democrats, they're obsessed with the topic of abortion. Abortion, 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 abortion. That's all you will hear from the Democrats. Abortion, that's what they talk about all day, all night. Okay? They're obsessed with this topic of abortion. I mean, does it make sense? My friend Terry Dunlap is here. So wonderful to see Terry Dunlap. Terry Dunlap from South Dakota. Terry writes, howdy, Tassif. I hear Tammy Baldwin is distancing herself from Trump. Might mean Wisconsin is about to fall off the swing state fence. Wisconsin is voting for Trump, Terry. And South Dakota, where my friend Terry is, Terry Dunlap, South Dakota is going to vote for Trump. We know that. We love South Dakota and we love Mount Rushmore, right? Do you love Mount Rushmore? If you love Mount Rushmore, would you please write that? I'm going to write it. I love Mount Rushmore. Do you love Mount Rushmore? So, Terry, I think Tammy Baldwin's going to lose. I talked about Tammy Baldwin. I think it was the last live stream. She had a debate Tammy Baldwin versus Eric Hovde. Eric Hovde did great. Okay? Tammy Baldwin, not great. Not great. She's going to lose. She's going to lose. Everyone loves Mount Rushmore. Terry, you can see that. Everyone loves Mount Rushmore. We all do. Freedom-loving Americans love Mount Rushmore. All right. So, as I was saying, abortion, abortion, abortion. The Democrats, they're obsessed with abortion. They love abortion. They want to talk about abortion. They want to write about abortion. They want to scream about abortion. They want to do somersaults and talk about abortion. They want to do jumping jacks and talk about abortion. Abortion is what they talk about all the time. You know, like here, my cup, when I drink tea or coffee, my cup has, writings on it, right? Sometimes, some of my cups say Wisconsin. Okay, I have another cup that has a different message. I have a cup that says get it done. So when we drink tea or coffee, we like to have these nice cups with nice messages or nice, quotes or phrases, right? You know what the Democrats do, I think? The cups that, that they use for drinking tea or coffee, I think those cups say abortion. Abortion. Everything. Everything is about abortion. I think they have posters at home with the word abortion. I don't know why. I mean, yes, it is an issue for a lot of voters. A lot of voters have lots of different thoughts about abortion. Some are pro-life, some are pro-abortion. But why are the Democrats so obsessed? Why did they go to such an extent that abortion is all that they talk about? I mean, why is it the number one issue? Doesn't make sense. Can you tell me why is abortion the number one issue? Yes, people have thoughts about abortion. All right. Share your thoughts. Let's have a debate. Let's have a discussion. Why is it that it's like the number one thing that the Democrats talk about? Can you tell me? Any idea? All right. So, I mentioned the question, right? That the question that the Fox poll asked, regardless of how you might vote, who do you trust to do a better job on each of the following? So more people trust Trump when it comes to immigration and border security. More people trust Trump when it comes to economy. But when it comes to abortion, 59% of registered Pennsylvania voters, okay, they support Kamala. When it comes to abortion, people trust Kamala. They trust Kamala when it comes to abortion. Okay, so now you understand why it's the biggest issue. Let's see. Okay, Name keeps saying, I want to be a moderator on here. No, you're not going to be a moderator. I've said that. I'm going to read some comments here. Yeah, I see Name is just writing the same old Democrat talking point. Okay? Same old Democrat talking point. Same old Democrat talking point. I mean, the Democrats have certain talking points when it comes to abortion. I understand people have views on abortion, right? Share those views. But that is like the singular topic. That is the topic that the Democrats are running on. The Democrats don't have policy ideas on the economy. They don't have policy ideas on securing the border. They don't have policy ideas on combating crime. They don't have policy ideas on strengthening our relationship with our international allies. You know, the Democrats don't have policy ideas on the important issues. They don't like they want to ban fracking. That's the Democrats, what they want to do. They want to ban fracking. They don't have sound energy policy. And that's why the only thing that they focus on is abortion. Abortion, abortion, abortion. So, my friends, 59%, according to the Fox poll, 59% of registered Pennsylvania voters, they trust Kamala when it comes to abortion. But when it comes to the real issues, like the economy, like immigration and border security, people trust Donald J. Trump. People trust Donald J. Trump. I will tell you something about this whole abortion thing. Abortion is this whole issue. It's a state issue. In the United States, we have different layers of government. We have local government, we have state government, we have federal government. And each level of government, there are different issues, there are different responsibilities, okay? So that's why, we have local roads, we have, state highways, and we have, federal highways, right? Why do we have, there are different layers of government responsible for different things, right? So if you have an issue with signage, let's say you are a business owner and you have a store, you have a shop, and you want to put up a sign, so you have to follow the local signage, rules, right? If there's an issue regarding, cleaning the snow on the streets, whatever, there are local government officials that you may want to talk to, right? Like parking enforcement. It's a local issue, right? There are these local issues. There are many. And then there are state issues. So like the state budget and state laws. It's a state issue. And then you have federal government. Federal government, when you talk about printing money, when you talk about the federal budget, when you talk about national defense, when you talk about securing the border, these are all federal stuff. And I'm just giving a few examples. So you have local government responsible for certain things. You have state government responsible for certain things. You have federal governments responsible for certain things. And that's why there are all these different agencies at different levels of government. So you may have at the federal level the Department of Health and Human Services. At the state level, you may have, Department of Health and Human Services at the state level. Like in Wisconsin, we have the Department of Health Services. But at the federal level, we also have the Department of Health and Human Services. And then your local government, your county or your city may also have a public health department. So different levels of government have different responsibilities. And there are certain issues that are federal issues, there are certain issues that are state issues and local issues. So abortion, this is a state issue. It is not a federal issue. Abortion laws should be a state level matter, not a federal level matter. The US president should not be making decisions on abortion issues. The US president may have views on the issue of abortion. But when it comes to legislation, when it comes to actual laws and rules and governance, it is a state issue. So each state, the voters in each state must make a decision about, these abortion laws. It is not a federal issue, but you know what? I understand why the Democrats want all issues to be federal. Okay? why the Democrats want all issues to be federal. Because the Democrats, they want a massive federal government. By the way, if you want to know my views, I am pro-life. I am pro-life. Okay, I am pro-life. I'm going to write it down. By the way, I'll share with you this. I'll share with you this. Let me find something that I wrote a while back. Hold on. Okay. So back in January of 20, when was it? Was it January of 2020? Hold on. I'm gonna. Right. Yes. Hold on. I'm going to share with you something about pro-life. Okay. So back in January of 2020, I wrote a letter to the editor, which was published in the Washington Examiner. Okay? And the title of that letter to the editor is, I applaud President Trump's decision to speak at March for Life. And I'm going to share that link. I'm going to share that link with you, okay? And I wrote, President Donald Trump's decision to speak at March for Life provides hope for the unborn child. And I wrote, this is the first time in history for a U.S. president to attend this annual pro-life event. And I wrote, unborn children are the most vulnerable group of human beings. Did you hear what I wrote? What I just said? I wrote, unborn children are the most vulnerable group of human beings. They are unable to advocate for themselves, and hence others must ensure the safety and well-being of the unborn. And so I applauded President Donald Trump's decision to speak at March for Life. So I am pro-life. Absolutely pro-life. So I'm going to share that link here. And you can read my letter to the editor. I'm going to pin that at the top of the live stream. Okay, let's see who here is pro-life. If you are pro-life, write pro-life. I am pro-life. I wrote pro-life. I am pro-life. Let's see who's pro-life. I want to see who here is pro-life. How many are pro-life? All right. Okay. Sassy writes pro-life. Regiment writes pro-life. Tiffany writes pro-life. Terry writes pro-life. Awesome. Heidi writes anti-abortion. Heidi writes pro-life. Ward writes pro-life. Absolutely. Debbie writes pro-life. We're pro-life, my friends. All right. Awesome. Once again, this whole issue, it's not a federal issue. It's not a federal matter. It's a state level issue. Okay? But the Democrats, they want all issues to be federal. That's because the Democrats, they want a massive federal government, and they just want the federal government to be like a big brother who's watching your every move. The Democrats, have a very wrong idea about federal government, about what the role of the government should be. Federal government should be small and efficient. Federal government should be limited. Government in general should be small and limited and efficient. But the Democrats, they want a massive federal government, and they want that bloated, inflated, massive, giant, huge federal government to make decisions regarding each and every aspect of human life. The Democrats, they want the federal government to dictate what kind of vehicles to drive, what kind of appliances to use, what kind of insurance to buy, and so on and so forth. That's what the Democrats want. The Democrats want a federal government that is going to be a dictator, that is going to impose on people the decisions made by the politicians and the bureaucrats. We are a free country. We don't want a big and bloated and giant federal government. We want limited government. But the Democrats want a huge government, and they want that federal government to allow abortion up to the moment of birth. Can you believe that? That's what a lot of Democrats want. They want abortion up to the moment of birth. So, really, up to the moment of birth, that's what the Democrats want. That issue came up during the Tammy Baldwin versus Eric Hovde debate here in Wisconsin, the U.S. Senate debate. So, my friends, Americans, we want freedom. We love our freedom. We don't want government control. We don't want a big and bloated federal government. But if Kamala Harris wins, there will be more and more government control. And that's why the support for Donald Trump continues to grow. The support for Trump continues to grow. So when it comes to abortion, the Democrats are using this topic to advocate for expanded role of the federal government. But as I said, it is a state level issue, not federal. It's not a federal issue. The Democrats want to make this a federal issue, and the Democrats want to allow abortion up to the moment of birth. That's how extreme the Democrats are. That is how extreme they are. They want abortion up to the moment of birth. Can you imagine that? So, my friends, as you know, according to the Fox News poll, registered voters in Pennsylvania, they trust Donald Trump more, a lot more, when it comes to immigration and border security and the economy. Okay, I am going to switch to a different topic now. Okay. I'm just like 3 likes short of reaching 100. Help me get there, my friends. By the way, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe and stay connected. You know, why are these likes and subscriptions so important? Because I understand that there are liberals, extreme liberals, Democrats, they don't want me to speak the way I speak. They don't want me to do these live streams. The Democrats, there are many Democrats who don't like this channel. They want me to shut my mouth and not say anything. And that's why, my friends, I need your support. I need support from you. And as we are doing this live stream, what you can do, I think there's a way for you to share a link. You can do it right now. You can do it right now. You can share the link to this live stream on Facebook. Or if you are on X, formerly known as Twitter, you can share a link to this live stream. If you are on Truth Social, you can share a link to this live stream. If you post it on Facebook and you have friends you want to tag in the post to draw their attention, you can do that. The Democrats hate this channel. They want this channel gone. They want to shut me down. You know, there are viewers here who say that, where's the dislike button? Where's the thumbs down? You've seen that, right? You've seen that. Whenever I ask for likes, I'm not shy about asking for likes, which is why I say, hey, please like this channel. Please support this channel. The Democrats, they say, oh, stop begging, stop begging, stop begging. They want me to feel bad about asking for support. That's why they try to, have a psychological impact on me by saying, stop begging, stop begging, stop begging, because they want me to think that asking for support equals begging. And they want me to shut my mouth and not ask for support because they don't want this channel to grow. But you know what? It doesn't have any effect on me because I will continue to ask for your support each and every time. The Democrats, they look for the thumbs down button. They want to give this video thumbs down. And so if they give this video thumbs down, if they give like 10 thumbs down, I need 100 thumbs up. Okay? So I need your support for this channel. I remember just a couple months ago, I had less than 2,000 subscribers. It was like 1,000 something. And then we crossed the 2,000 mark. Then we crossed the 3,000 mark, the 4,000 mark, the 5,000 mark. And now we are so close to reaching the 6,000 subscriber mark. But I need something like 92 more subscribers to get to 6,000. I don't think it's going to happen tonight. I would love if it did, or if it does. Okay, if somehow I can get 92 more subscriptions to get to 6,000, that would be awesome. It doesn't happen tonight, that's okay. But we need to keep growing, my friends. We need to keep growing. We are less than 20 days away from the election. Every day is important. We need to do what we can. See, whenever we talk about election, whenever we talk about grassroots activism, when we talk about volunteer, each person can have an impact. I know a lot of people here in Wisconsin, they are going out, they are knocking on doors, they are distributing literature, they are trying to spread the word, they are trying to share the facts about the different candidates, and they are trying to help Republican candidates, freedom-loving Republicans, conservatives. They are trying to support these candidates for state assembly races, for state Senate races, for the U.S. Senate race, for House of Representatives races. They are out there knocking on doors, distributing literature, trying to help the candidates. And then there are others, maybe they don't have the time to volunteer, but you know what? They are making financial contributions. They are contributing money, they are giving money, they are making political contributions to the different candidates and helping in that way. And then there are others who are using their voice. I am using my voice. I'm also using my words. I'm using my writing. So we all have our own ways of supporting the candidates who are going to help make America great again, who are going to help make the different states great again. right? We have to also think, state-wise and locally. If there are assembly races or state senate races, or if there's a race for the governor's office in your state, whatever state you are in, help the Republicans win those races. In addition to helping Trump win his race for the White House. Help in any way you can. So I need your support to help this channel grow so that I can reach more people, so that I can spread my message, so that I can share the facts. And that's why I'm not going to be shy about asking for support each and every time I do these live streams. And there's something else I want to talk about. I'm just consider this a break, but there's something else I want to talk about. There's a very nice event that I went to on Saturday. It's Sunday morning now because we just crossed midnight. There's a very nice event I went to. I'm going to talk about that, but I just wanted to highlight the importance of your likes and your subscriptions, and also let's be very active about sharing the link to my live streams on your social media pages. Tag your friends. Help us grow the size of this community. Okay, my friends, I'm going to be talking about an event that I went to on Saturday. Really excellent event. Those who are from Wisconsin, you're going to recognize the community when I mention the name. But those who are out of state, you are probably going to have to look it up on a map. Swaggy writes, Toss if you've reached 100 likes. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friends. Yes, I have reached 100 likes, 101 likes right now. So let me continue. All right. I attended a very wonderful event on Saturday. It was called the Fall Fest. Obviously, the season has changed. We are no longer in summer. It is fall. It is autumn. So I attended an event called Fall Fest, meaning fall festival, right? And it was organized and hosted by the Republican Party's 2nd Congressional District leadership here in Wisconsin. So in Wisconsin, we have 8 congressional districts, right? The 1st and the 2nd and, all the way to number 8. So 8 congressional districts in Wisconsin. And so each congressional district has its own Republican Party leadership. And each congressional district has different counties in the district. And those individual counties also have their county leadership. So you've got the county Republican Party, right? Like here in the 2nd Congressional District, there's the Dane County Republican Party. Dane County is where I live. And then there's the Sauk County Republican Party. And then there's the Iowa County Republican Party. And, all these counties are in the 2nd Congressional District. And there's more. I'm not giving you the whole list. There's Greene County, Lafayette. So you have the individual county parties, and each county party has its own leadership. And then the congressional district, which includes different county parties, those congressional districts also have leaders. So it's the Republican Party structure. You have the state party, you have the congressional districts with different leaders, and then you have the individual county parties. So this is the 2nd congressional district. This is the congressional district in which I live. And, it's a very blue district. And I've mentioned that before. It's a very, very blue, Democrat-heavy district, primarily because of Dane County. Dane County is a very big blue area, very, very heavy Democrat presence, especially the city of Madison where I live. It's a heavy, heavy Democrat area. So, and very populated. So that kind of, because of the urban center, because of Madison and Dane County, the entire congressional district, the majority leans to the left. But if you go to some of the rural areas in the 2nd Congressional District, those communities are, a lot of those communities are very red. But the urban center, Dane County, city of Madison, it's very blue. And so the 2nd Congressional District of the Republican Party, they had a fall fest in a community called Prairie du Sac. Okay, it's in Sauk County, very nice area. Okay, the event took place at a venue called Culver Community Park, which is a very nice park. You should look up Sauk City and Prairie du Sac. Look up the Sauk Prairie area. Okay, I'm gonna type it here. Look it up on a map. Journey to Justice writes, Dane County is very blue. Yes, Journey to Justice knows that because you are from Waukesha County. Waukesha County is red. So look up Sauk Prairie in Wisconsin. Look up that area. And that's where this event was held, in the Sauk Prairie area. Fall Fest of the 2nd Congressional District. And it was a great gathering of Republican leaders. Great gathering. And Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson was there. He spoke at the event and received tremendous applause. Senator Ron Johnson was there. He spoke at the event at Fall Fest. Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. What a great event it was. And people loved the event. And Senator Johnson had great message. So he spoke there. And then a very prominent conservative radio show host, Vicki McKenna, prominent conservative radio show host Vicki McKenna, she was there. She also spoke. People loved it. And then there was also a guest from Kentucky. Okay, Kentucky. Former Attorney General of Kentucky, Daniel Cameron. He came and spoke. He's a Trump surrogate. So he represented the Trump campaign. He's a Trump campaign surrogate. And so he represented the Trump campaign and he came and spoke at the event. So this is Daniel Cameron. He's a former Attorney General of Kentucky. Let's see. Okay. So he was here, and people loved having him here. Also, Brad Schimmel, who is a former Attorney General of Wisconsin, and now he's a judge. And also, he's a candidate for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Now, the Wisconsin Supreme Court race is not in November. This election is going to be next year in spring. But Brad Schimmel, for months, he has been campaigning. He has been going to different events. He has been speaking in front of different people. So he's working hard. He's not on the ballot in November. He's going to be on the ballot next year in 2025 spring. But he's already working hard because we have to win the the Wisconsin Supreme Court race in spring of 2025. So Brad Schimmel, Judge Brad Schimmel, former Attorney General, he's already campaigning and he's got my support, absolutely. And I hope he becomes the Supreme Court Justice by winning the Wisconsin Supreme Court race next year. And then there were other prominent Republican leaders, both current elected officials and also candidates for different offices. So they spoke, and I posted some pictures from the event on Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook page, hold on. I'm going to share the link, okay? I'm going to share the link to my Facebook page. Give me 1 second, my friends. Okay, and I'm going to pin that. So you can click on the link, go to my Facebook page, and see pictures from this event. Like I said, it was a great gathering of Republican leaders. Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson was there. Conservative radio show host Vicki McKenna was there. Republican, former Attorney General of Kentucky, Daniel Cameron, he was there. Trump surrogate, he's a Trump surrogate. Republican, former Attorney General of Wisconsin and current judge, conservative Brad Schimmel, he was there. He's running for Wisconsin Supreme Court. And there were other Republican leaders, both current elected officials and candidates for offices. So click on that link. Check out those pictures. Okay. Really great gathering of conservatives. So I attended that event on Saturday. Truly amazing event. And really just great. It's just so wonderful, with, spending time with my Republican friends under one roof. You've got dozens and dozens of people. It was, I think I counted, I don't know the exact number of people who attended, but I counted easily like 80 people. And there could have been 100. I don't know. I don't have the exact numbers. But really, a lot of people. And it was just wonderful. Okay, let's see. So check out those pictures, my friends. I appreciate that. All right. I don't think we're going to be able to get to 6,000 subscribers today. I would have loved to, but we have crossed the 5,900 subscriber mark, but not 6,000 yet. So maybe next time. Maybe next time. Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. Really, I appreciate that so very. My friends, these discussions, these conversations that we have are possible because of your love, because of your overwhelming support, and because of your words of encouragement. Thank you so very much. Okay, so thank you. All right, let's look at the poll that I'm running. Okay, so the poll question is, please, if you have not voted, vote, because I'm going to end the poll in a little bit here. Gerlina is here. Hello, Gerlina. I think I missed mentioning Gerlina earlier. I see your comments, Gerlina. Thank you for being here. Okay. All right. The poll question was, Donald Trump supports fracking. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking. What is your view on fracking? What is your view on fracking? So the two choices are, actually, I'm gonna keep this open. I'm gonna keep the poll open. Okay, I'm not closing it yet because I think there will be more votes. So vote if you have not done so already. I'm gonna keep it open for a little longer. I'm going to close it before I conclude the live stream. I'm not going to conclude the live stream yet. Let's continue the discussion. All right. Terry writes, I'm voting early on Friday. That's wonderful, Terry. And I think I know who Terry's going to vote for. Donald J. Trump, right, Terry? Terry, would you write who you're supporting for president? We're all supporting Donald Trump. Terry writes, bedtime for me. Thanks, Tom. Well, Terry, thank you for joining. It's Terry has been supporting my live stream since day one, really, since I started doing live streams. And I know that the 11 p.m. start time is a little late for Terry, but Terry, I appreciate you being here. And really sorry that I missed meeting up when you were visiting Wisconsin. My days have been so busy, the last few weeks in particular, so busy that I couldn't make it to Greene County, Terry. Sorry. Next time we'll meet up. And next time it's going to be Donald Trump as the winner, right? We'll know next time. So next time Terry is here, hopefully Trump will be in the White House. So Terry used to live in Wisconsin, and Terry now lives in South Dakota. Terry writes, I was very busy too. Yeah, I understand, Terry. So thank you. Next time we're going to meet up for sure. Yeah, I've known Terry for years, in case you're wondering. So Terry used to live in Wisconsin, and I've known her for years. So my friends, we crossed the 100 likes milestone. That is great. Terry writes, Trump, fight, fight, fight. Right. Garfield, I will tell you that the Trump years were some of the best. Okay, so Garfield is talking about the economy and when Trump was in office, when Trump left office. When Trump was in office, the economy was doing great, okay? Because Trump worked very hard to create an America First economy. Trump helped create an environment in which American businesses could thrive. Trump created an environment in which the American workers could thrive. Trump created an economy in which the consumers were happy. Prices were affordable. Gasoline was affordable. Energy was affordable. That's the Trump economy. All right, my friends, let's see how many votes. 424 votes. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, we crossed the 2-hour time mark. I think let me wrap up the live stream here. And I'll try to do one on Sunday night. Okay? I'll try to do one on Sunday night. Just look for the announcement. Okay, I usually set up the live stream so people can know that the live stream is going to be taking place. So please look for that announcement. I'm going to end the poll here. And let's see, 424 votes. All right. 74% support fracking. 25% say ban fracking. Okay. So the question was, Donald Trump supports fracking. Kamala Harris wants to ban fracking. What is your view on fracking? 424 votes, and out of the 424 votes, 74% said support fracking, 25% said ban fracking. So I think the 25% who said ban fracking, they are the Kamala Harris supporters. Okay, 25% Kamala Harris supporters, 74% are freedom-loving Americans who support fracking. Who said ban fracking? Whoever says ban fracking, okay, they don't understand how much we need fracking. Okay? Those who are saying ban fracking, they are the Kamala supporters. Okay? They are the Tim Walz supporters. They want to ban fracking. But those who support a strong economy, those who support a prosperous economy, those who support economic growth, those who support peace, those who support the idea of making America great again, they will support fracking. I'm going to write it down. Support fracking. Word says, well said, Tassif, Trump 2024. Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. So, my friends, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. It's been wonderful spending 2+ hours here. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for the likes. To all the new viewers, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your willingness to stay connected. And, stay tuned for my next live stream. Okay? So, my friends, that's all I have for tonight. Well, it's already early morning. Tiffany writes, thanks for another great live stream, Tassif. Thank you. Thanks to each and every one of you for your support. Okay. So, my friends, with that, I will conclude this live stream. Please, ask your friends, ask your family members, and ask your neighbors, and anyone else you know, ask them to check out these videos and to be a part of the conversation. So, thank you so very much, my friends. Have a wonderful time. Debbie, Gerlina, Tiffany, Swaggy, Word, and Amanda, and Heidi, and the Journey to Justice, my friend Terry, and many others. Okay? Have a wonderful time. And others, here's Papa, here's Garfield. Garfield, I know you don't agree with me, but Garfield, thank you for watching my videos. Okay? Claudette, I know you don't agree with me, but thanks for continuing to be a part of the conversation. And to the viewer named Name, you're not going to be the moderator, so don't ask for it, okay? Thank you, everyone, for being here and for being a part of the conversation. So have a good night, or I should say have a wonderful morning. And I'll be back again soon. So thank you so very much. Bye-bye. Trump 2024, make America great again. Thank you. Bye-bye. Michelle, thank you. I forgot to mention Michelle. Thank you so very much. All right. Bye-bye. Sorry if I missed mentioning anyone's name, but I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.